Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things we're meant to be. Oh, take my hand, take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you, 'cause I
The most incredible moment in life is when you meet the person who makes you feel complete, the person with whom you share a bond so special that you can't imagine spending another day of your life without them. For Brian, that happened about 27 years ago when he met me. We became best friends. But about 6 years ago, we met Rachel in the checkout line at Wawa, and she's pretty great too, especially her taste in food. I've seen firsthand how deeply these two care for each other and love one another, and I feel privileged to be here today as a witness of their commitment to a lifetime together.
Brian, if anybody would have told me that a boy I met in 7th grade would one day be the love of my life, I would have told them I'm not even allowed to have a boyfriend yet, so probably not. The day we reconnected is the day my life changed for the better. Before we got together, my life was quite frankly a mess. We won't get into that today, but in the midst of all the chaos, there was you. You listened to me, offer solid advice like don't rush the process, and you always know when to offer words of encouragement. You're great at presenting new perspectives to every scenario. You introduced me to new foods. How I ever lived without dim sum, I'll never know. You've caught me up on cult classic movies that I somehow missed as a kid, like Home Alone and The Goonies. You introduce me to new music, even if I don't understand the words. You are someone I can depend on, someone to laugh with, someone to go on adventures with, like driving through blinding rain in West Virginia or eating 20 White Castle cheeseburgers 4 days after my nose surgery. You build me up when I'm feeling down, and you always know when to feed me right before the hangover sets in. Growing up, my mom always told me that no matter who I'm friends with, I will one day, if I'm lucky, have a husband who is my very best friend. I never knew what she meant until I met you. You've been there for me through all of life's ups and downs. You've held me during my saddest moments and have cheered on all my accomplishments. I am honored to be your wife because I love doing life with you. Today, with our family and friends as witness, I vow to be your best friend. I vow to laugh with you, to cry with you, even though it'll be me crying, to cheer with you, or to cheer you on, and to hold your hand when life gets tough. I promise to fight for you and with you when necessary. I promise to always communicate with you openly and honestly. I vow to let you be weird. I vow to stay faithful and true to you. I vow to choose you every day. I vow to love you with all of me for as long as we both shall live.
I vow to take you, Rachel, as my wife, partner, and best friend for as long as I live. I'm not too well versed in formal acknowledgement of love, but I'll do my best. The single greatest gift life has given me so far is that I've met you. To put into words how I feel about you seems impossible, because I've yet to find the words to do your beauty, compassion, intuition, unconditional love proper justice. I met you at a hopeless time in my life. I had gone through the hardest years of my life and had been struggling to find a purpose, peace, and happiness. Then you came along, my tiny little love bug. And over time, with your love, I began a new chapter in my life, guided by your unconditional love and passion for life. More patience than I ever thought humanly possible. You ate a whole Five Guys burger and no more than 4 bites.
Can you tell we love food?
A keeper if ever I saw one. So here, at the day of our wedding, in front of everybody we love, I promise to love you always, feed you before the hangar starts, always have an off-joke chambered at the most inappropriate of times, comfort you when you're sad, and love all of your family like they're my own. You make me want to strive to be the best possible version of myself. And if things get bad, I promise that we're going to soldier on, and I will feed you soup dumplings until you're full. And Moscato.
Can't forget that.
I also promise to kiss you at the most inconvenient times during your shows. And I can't wait to see what our future holds. I'm sure it'll be babies, sure it'll be a house, definitely a new car or two. But together, I know that we can accomplish anything. And I love you more than I ever thought possible.
And so now, with the powers vested in me by Brian and Rachel themselves, it is my honor to pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride.
Cause but I can't.
And with an even bigger round of applause, welcome in Mr. and Mrs. Hill.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows, sure.
I'm lost where they're holding that pink rotten rib, doing almost everything but sitting still. thinks we're just fishing. I say daddy loves you baby one more time. She says I know
Eyes are blue and eyes are white. The bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, all also on the faces of people going by.
Here's to all good lads and lasses. Pledge it merrily and fill your glasses. Let the bumper toasts go round and round. May they live in tranquil pleasure without mixture and without measure. For then true joys are found. So here.
I knew right then and there we were either going to fight immediately or be best friends forever. Here I am. You cannot ask for a better friend than Brian. He is always around, always has time for you, whether you need help or need advice or physically need help getting something done. I've genuinely never laughed harder than when we're just sitting around making dinner, do a lot, watching an Eagles game. There is no one I would trust more with my cousin Rachel than Brian. Which leads me to Rachel. She's fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
Rachel is one of the kindest, most genuine people I know. Believe it or not, Rachel was always kind of the cool older cousin to me growing up.
It's news to me.
Hard to believe. As I've gotten older, we've also gotten much closer. And more than family, I genuinely consider you, Rachel, to be a close personal friend. I have never seen you happier, though, when you're with Brian. Him making you laugh, especially when you don't want to, is always a highlight to our trips. When you go come out to see me or I see you. I cannot be happier that this day has come. And while I know that you two are consummate professionals and pissing each other off, I know that the road ahead will be fulfilling, filled with laughs and joy, and I am so happy that you let me be here, first of all, and that I get to see the life that you two are fulfilling. Thank you.
Our relationship is a special, deep one. We've been through thick and thin. You know me more than anyone, and no one knows me better than you.
Now, when my sister started to see Brian, one of the first things I noticed was that he actually took the time to say hi to me. And I am a very firm believer that if you are dating the older sibling, you must be nice to the younger one, because we snitch a lot. And I remember telling Rachel very early on that I thought he was a really great find, only because of how genuinely naturally he fit into this family. Like literally, he didn't even try. How he treated you both, like during events and while it was just us, you could tell he was the same person. It was so genuine, and that he took a little time to be super nice to me too.
Yes, I remember our countless fireside talks and late-night phone calls about this day, Rachel. We'd wonder, will it ever come? Will the day ever come that Rachel gets married? We talked about
We sure did.
we talked about the way you'd like your day to go, and the way you wouldn't like it to go, judging off the many weddings that you've worked yourself in the past. Well, guess what, Rachel? It's here, and I'm overjoyed to know that your heart is cool and you have such an amazing man by your side to call your other